Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Dragalia Lost. In this brief video, I just want to discuss about the newly announced summoning event, which is called Gala Dragalia or Dragalia Festival. This summoning event starts on January 9th and ends on the 14th, so it lasts for roughly less than a week. The big question is, what is Gala Dragalia? Well, according to the news posted on the official website, Gala Dragalia is a limited summoning banner where the summoning rate for 5-star adventures, dragons, and worm prints are increased to 6% from the standard 4%, so basically a 2% higher 5-star summon rate. Some of you guys might think it's a good time to pull out the wallet and spend some money because of the higher summon rate. You can do that if you want. I'm not going to tell people how to spend their own money. However, I do want you to keep in mind that a 2% summon rate increase is not a big increase. 6% is still pretty bad, especially if you are trying to pull for something specific, so please do keep that in mind. In addition to the increased 5-star summon rate, Gala Dragalia includes limited time special versions of characters, and these special characters can only be summoned during Gala Dragalia summoning events. Also, I've read some comments about this particular information, and it seems like this is similar to Granblue Fantasy's Legfest or Legend Festival. I'm not 100% familiar with all the Granblue Fantasy stuff, so I looked up what it was on the wiki, and apparently during Legfest, the rates are doubled to 6%, and the event occurs once every month and lasts for around 4 days. And apparently these Gala events include some of the strongest characters in Granblue Fantasy. A different comparison or example that I can give you is Fire Emblem Heroes' Legendary Hero banners. This type of banner occurs once a month, and you can only summon the special Legendary Heroes from this monthly banner as well as other great heroes. So with all that being said, I think it might be a good idea to start hoarding your Wormite and summoning tickets just to exclusively summon from these Gala events if Gala Dragalia does indeed function the same way as Legfest does in Granblue Fantasy or Legendary Hero banners in Fire Emblem Heroes. And that's really all I wanted to talk about regarding Gala Dragalia. I guess now we can briefly take a look at our first Gala Dragalia character, Sarisse. All her information can be found in the news board in game if you were curious. Anyways, she's a fire archer with 843 HP and 485 strength. I don't want to dwell too long on stats since it's really not that important, but she has the highest health in the game. It's 18 more than Julieta, and she also has the second highest strength among all bow characters right underneath Hawk. So stat wise, she's looking pretty good so far. As for her skills, co-ability, and abilities, I'm just going to sum up her entire kit really quickly. She's basically a buffing machine. All she wants to do is buff her teammates using her skill 2 and more importantly herself. The more buffs she has on her, then the more damage her skill 1 will deal. Which by the way, her skill 1 has an amazing animation. I would actually try to summon her just because of that animation. It's like this big, huge fireball that shoots across the map. It's really cool. Anyways, she has skill haste 15% as her co-ability. That increases the team's skill gauge fill rate, and that really helps her kit. She's going to be able to get her skills up much quicker, which means she'll be able to use her skill 2 more often. That means more buffs for the team and more damage on her skill 1. Her first ability, Sylvan Strength, is another way she can get buffs for herself. For every 20 hit combo, she'll get a small strength and critical rate buff for 15 seconds. With this kind of ability, you want to make sure to keep actively attacking with her so she doesn't drop her combo. What is extremely nice about her is that she has buff time 30%. It increases the duration of all buff skills by 30%. This will help keep her buffs active for a longer duration so she can stack buffs and ultimately use her skill 1 to its fullest potential. Then lastly, she has both stun and sleep resistance 100%. This means that she's going to be amazing for all the wind events in the game currently. High Midgard inflicts stun and Wind Imperial Onslaught inflicts sleep, so she's great to use for both events despite the fact that those resistances aren't really required. Nevertheless, having 100% resistance skills are always nice to have in case you do mess up your dodge rolls. It's especially nice that she's immune to 2 statuses, not just 1, because she's going to be such an efficient character to invest in. Imagine later on in the future when an endgame wind boss inflicts sleep gets added into the game. If you invest in Sarisse, then she can be used for both High Midgard and a boss that inflicts sleep. You can just put all your time into Sarisse instead of having to invest in 2 different type of fire characters. So yeah, again, I don't know any of the numbers for her skills, but with the information that we have here, she's looking pretty good. Bow characters recently got buffed and they attack much faster now, and that buff really helps her attack combo, skill spam playstyle. I really like her, and I would say she's definitely worth summoning for. And that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about her in the comments below. Are you guys going to try and summon for her? Actually, the better question is, do you guys even have any Wormite left after the Yasu banner? This is 2 limited banners back to back, so I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't have much Wormite banked up. I know I don't, that's for sure. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.